You are now entering a very sacred space. This is the Ascension, the Lift of God universe, the realest podcast in the galaxy. This is a new dimension where time shifts and boundaries end. And with that being said, all views, opinions, and statements uttered on this platform are the sole property of their speaker and do not represent the views of any related outside organization, entity, or party. Every man or woman in this universe speaks for his or herself, as it should be. Enjoy. This is the Ascension Podcast. This is episode 113, the night of Tuesday, August 4th, the year of our Lord, 2026, at 12:50 a.m. So, like, I'm sorry.
Like Islam.
Feel good, man.
Yeah.
I feel, had my acupuncture, doing a parasite detox.
Okay.
And I was feeling, because when you kill parasites, you feel pretty crummy.
Yeah.
And like, because you're dealing with, living beings dying inside of your body and releasing toxins as they do it.
Yeah.
But
chemical emotions.
Yeah, bro. It was bad. But then you came and it was like we were watching the Oasis video. I feel amazing now.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think the parasites are just fighting their last battles, as in our enemies in the material universe are fighting their last battles, and just got to push through it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know we're on the winning team. So
I was watching this video earlier. Brother was talking about we're at the point of no return.
How so?
Well, he was talking about the, just all the things that are going on in the world. You can't unknow anymore. Like people,
no,
yeah, people wanted to ignore who their politicians and celebrities are, and now we know. And people wanted to ignore, how this thing called America is being held up. But thanks to social media, we get all the dirty details of everything that's going on overseas, everywhere it happens.
Yep.
So, as human beings, we've reached this age of enlightenment. And there is no going back to
the
stupidity.
point. No, it's the point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, let's open in prayer.
Yes, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou housest no favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. O Allah, thank you. Guide this conversation, loosen the knot from our tongues. Have us speak on the topics you would like us to speak upon as we usher in the truth and build thy kingdom and touch the hearts of many we love and serve you alone. Amen.
Amin. You sure?
But the point of no return, I like that concept, because you get it when you study too much and now you can't go back.
Mm-hmm. Once you unplug from the matrix,
unplugged.
Like as much as you want to go back in, ain't no return from knowing what you know.
No, message back, man, right here. That was my point of no return.
Yeah,
that was it. Message to the black man was the no turning back zone, and I haven't turned back. When I read that book, I was like, first of all, I got to keep reading. So, FYI, everyone, my journey was, I first read the Holy Quran. That was when my wife at the time was pregnant with my son, and then Allah just gave me the light to read the Quran. I was going to Black Church in Pasadena. Shout out to Pasadena First Amy. I was in the choir too. So I was being a good Black Christian boy. And then I got the cognition to read the Quran while my wife was pregnant with my son, and I did. And I read it, and I was like, "Oh, whoa!" And it was like a white translated version, like the Oxford Press. So it was not even like a a real, it was good, but it was not a real Quran. But the fact that I was able to read a safe Quran translated by Caucasians.
It was stepped on crack.
It was stepped on crack.
But it's still crack.
It was still crack, and it did its job effectively. And it was written very, I guess more just like English prosy. It was like a very, like poetic and like a English language sort of way, written like a, not Shakespearean, but very like a white person wrote it, but like a white person who's good with English. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was good. It was like a good book. Not the same as like the Maulana Muhammad Ali, the one, and Yusuf Ali version of the Quran, just different. But my point is, it was strong enough to be like, whoa, what's going on here? No wonder they didn't want us reading this book.
All the time I thought I had truth.
Yeah, all the time. Then that book showed me, oh man, I really can't listen to anybody. I have to go on my own path. So my dilemma, I was going to black church because I'm a black man, and I was a proud black man at that time. And I was like, okay, black Christian church. I read the Holy Quran. This Quran is true, but I go to a quote unquote masjid, and it's nothing but Arabs and South Indians. No disrespect.
No, yeah.
But I'm like, these are not my people. But however, I did like going to the mosque, not the Nation of Islam. It was just like
I got you.
an Orthodox mosque. It's very peaceful. I'm gonna go twist it. I remember going there, hitting like a wave of peace. So no disrespect to Orthodox Islam, no disrespect at all. But I was like, I really like it here. I like doing wudu, washing my body or washing my hands, arms, mouth, ears, face, head before I go pray. Mm-hmm. I like the prostration. I learned all of the the movements for prayer at that place. Mm-hmm. And they were very nice, and they taught me like the game had, this is how you be a Muslim. Oh, you're here? Cool. This is what you do. And I enjoyed it. But I was like, but my people in church, you feel me? I'm black, man. Like there's very few black people here. The ones that are here, probably African, not my black people.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was in a dilemma. I was like, all right, I like this Orthodox mosque. I also love my people. So I kind of went to both at that time. I was still in church choir, so I would still go to church on Sundays, and during the week I would ride my bike. I would bike from where I was working at the time to the mosque, and I would pray during the day. Okay. So that was like my between worlds compromise at the time. It was like, okay, well, I'll get my people to church. I'm not going to leave my
Still
people.
A lot of spirituality.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was getting in, get my prayer in at the mosque. So I was like, best of both worlds. And I think you see where I'm going. It's like I eventually came home.
You found where you fit.
Exactly. So after my son was born, Olani was born, I remember like December 2017, I got another like message. Read Message to the Black Man. And it came out of nowhere like the Quran did. That's how Allah works. You just get messages and you heed them or you don't heed them. Mm-hmm. So I it was literally just like that. And I was like, wait, why haven't I read this book?
It's to me.
It's literally to me. It's Message to the Black Man. I know that Elijah Muhammad created Malcolm X. And I was like, wait. Why haven't I read this book? It doesn't make any sense.
It's hidden.
It's not really hidden, bro.
It's hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight. But we all knew about it growing up. Like you obviously knew about it, but people know what Message to the Black Man is, bro. It's not like a secret book. Like people know, that's like the
But you're talking about the same phenomenon where people know of Minister Farrakhan but haven't sat down and watched the whole thing.
Yes, exactly.
It's hidden in plain sight. It's
exactly
made taboo. It's made to feel, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and I think that was it. Just, I don't know. Or not even as negative. It's like, that's not for me, though. You know? Not for me.
I mean, whatever the feeling is, it's a bunch of different messages that are telling you that stay away.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Exactly.
Or even if it's not dangerous, it's not for me, like you said.
Yeah. And that's all it was. But I read the book. Then I was like, whoa. What's happening?
Never heard a message that was more for me.
Never heard a message, but then it started clicking. I was like, that's what Wu-Tang was talking about. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's who we are. That's why. Oh man, that's why they hate us. I get it. That's their job.
That's why my life is so hard.
Yeah.
It's not just hard. It's hard because now I understand.
Now I understand. And it made reality make sense, bro. Yeah. Like everything. And I was like, okay, all right, well, that's a winner. Then I read that our Savior has arrived. What was the exact order? How to Eat to Live, book 1 and 2, and I started eating 1 meal a day after I read that book. That was like the next step. I was like, okay, I'll start eating 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
Then
tangibles. I love the How to Eat to Live because it gives you tangibles.
Yeah, here, just start with 1 meal a day, and I did, and I was like, whoa.
It tells you how dramatic, saving your life long term is with 1 meal every 72 hours. But it tells you, don't do that. Start here.
That's right.
And it's like, oh, okay. I don't got to jump all the way off.
No.
I could do that.
Gradients.
Yeah.
Everything's done in gradients. That's how.
And most men only eat once a day anyway. They just don't realize it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say most. A lot of men, they're too busy. They're working. They're doing stuff. So they get that 1 meal and they're good.
Yep.
It's the world that tries to tell you that you got to have multiple. So you
always have to be grazing and eating. Yeah. Wake up, eat. But go to lunch, eat.
But if you think about how this world is ran, we're the farm animals. And they want us to be continually grazing, fattened up for the slaughter.
Farm animals at best. Yeah. Like, it's really like ants at this point, it feels like. Yeah.
No, because they use our labor.
That's true.
Maybe bees. They use what we produce.
Yeah. No.
For now.
No, they vaccinate cows. So, okay, let's go with, farm animals.
Yeah.
Land animals. Yeah, for real. They really, they herd us into places to give us shots.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that, people are starting to see the Fauci foolery coming out, but it's just, we are ruled by an elite class of people that literally views us as cattle at best. At best. Yeah. And they are not ashamed to cull the planet, to rid the planet of 10 to 15%. We're in those times.
I think about it in layers though, because you got the vast majority that are the face of our enemy that we see. And they're the ones who think of us as cows. But then you got the ones that are on top of them pulling the strings that literally know that we're gods.
Yeah.
and they want us to be viewed as their property.
Yeah.
Their goal is to utilize God as a battery.
Yes.
To power their machine.
Yes.
And so they've spun this narrative that we're useless eaters. When in reality, we're the power of all of it.
We are.
And we actually are the ones who decide what's happening. Because we keep our head down and are just continually grazing, we're not making decisions.
That's right.
We're just going with what we're told. It's a very interesting game they're playing.
Yeah, and they hell-bent on keeping us in the maze, in separate mazes, so we don't get to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And then they're bombarding us with information, their lies and their information at the same time.
Do you remember when podcasts first started coming out, and it was just all these jokes online about who wants to listen to a bunch of black men talk?
No.
To me, it was just the most awkward thing, because it was this was right before I think I actually started getting on your podcast, which is what made me think it was important to be on here.
Yeah.
Because I was just what do you mean? Is people can't talk now? That's kind of one of the foundational rules of America is freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was so the way that y'all are going to combat that is who wants to listen to a bunch of black men? And then they started calling us hoteps and all of these different.
Ooh, I don't remember this. I missed that. I'm glad I missed it.
Yeah, you don't be on the social media, the ghetto side of it.
Oh no, sir. That's you. Yeah. Have fun with that.
I gotta stay in the mud with the people, so I know who I'm.
Sure, bro. You can justify that shit all you want.
I mean, that's where we live. That's where we at.
I understand, bro. I get it. Yeah.
To me, it's I gotta know. I don't want to call them my enemy, but I look at everything as kind of opposition. And Sun Tzu says, the more you know your opposition, the more you know your enemy, the better you are to deal with them.
That's right.
And so even my people, not necessarily that they're my enemy, but they're the task that I'm approaching. So they're the goal is to understand them enough to help them, to guide them.
That's right.
So in the book, The Art of War, Sun Tzu, it is like, you got to be able to use that strategy in different ways. And it's like everybody, even in Sun Tzu, your enemy isn't supposed to be taken over and killed. Your enemy, the goal is to win the enemy's territory whole.
Yep.
So it's like, how can you do that if you don't even know your people?
That's real.
You know,
That's real.
That's my philosophy.
No, I feel you.
So like I stay, I don't give it 100% of my attention, but I stay in touch with what's going on.
This is very true.
You know.
Constantly.
And
you are tapped in, sir.
I try to guide. I try to give comments on the different crazy posts, you know, the best of my ability. I give it a couple minutes in the morning, a couple minutes in the evening.
Full throttle, sir.
I mean,
full throttle.
That's the job.
Yeah, I understand.
And
you're built for it too.
If our goal is to go for the worst of them, right? We're talking about helping the ones in prison. We're talking about helping the ones who are addicted to drugs, helping the ones who, you know, need the guidance. Like, how would you do that if you can't relate? If you
that's
so far removed from what they're going through.
That's real. No, I wouldn't say that we should focus on like the worst off, but it's like we're the only group of people that actually contacts the worst off. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we're the ones that actually confront that. There is no other group that is actually going to go to the bottom of the bottom condition of the people who are at the bottom and actually try to lift those people and raise those people up from skid row to drugs to jail.
It starts by understanding them, because if you come at them from a position of I'm better than you or I'm above you, instead of like, I see the God in you, I see your potential already, without even having a conversation, I know that you're better than this.
Yes.
You know, you're better than this. Not I'm better than you. You're better than
you're better in this condition right now. That's absolutely true.
And so like, to me, it's like I try my best not to judge my people, not to think about them in what condition they're in now. I think about what their potential could be, how they could be, you know, participating in this thing called life. And when we get those at the bottom to participate in this thing will be better.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
When they're a part of the conversation, that means we have equality in the world versus somebody on the bottom and somebody on the top.
Yeah. Or someone at the top pretending to speak for the totality, but you're not even counting the bottom or the middle. You're just talking about
the people at the
top. And that's more or less how black politicians have been running things. Is like, you're only taking care of your own. You don't really care about the condition and the people. You care about the vote. And you care about the contribution, but you don't actually care about the condition.
The majority, for sure.
Yeah, that's politicians. Like, you view us as cattle, useless eaters, and people know our power. And there's like a fear of actually waking it up too much, because if you wake it up too much, then you can't manipulate that mass of people anymore. No. And that goes for black, white. That goes for all people. There's like this.
That goes for power.
Yeah. Hidden agreement. It's like, okay, we know black people have power, but we don't want to like give them too much, because then we can't control them.
Which is why they get so mad at the Kyrie Irvings and the
can't stand them.
It's like, wait a minute, we let you on the inside. Mm-hmm.
How dare you? How dare you? Yeah. Well, how dare you think for yourself? How dare you like help the bottom? How dare you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very threatening. So with the purpose of raising our people, I want to continue with just like, because I want to finish the trajectory of, what got me in the Nation of Islam, because our purpose is always going to be get our people. So I'm just letting people know, hey,
help our people, save our people.
That's right.
Whatever you want to call it.
But yeah. So yeah, Howdy to Live, book 1 and 2, finished that. Then I believe it was, Fall of America. And then Theology of Time. And then once I hit Theology of Time, I was like, whoa.
That explains more than I even knew I had questions for.
Yeah, absolutely.
That book is
insanity. So I read that. And if all these books, by the way, are on the OGMFG Inc. YouTube page. The original one, OGMFG TV, got shut down by the friendly folks at YouTube for
doing their job.
They're doing their job. They shut the page down. Not the Ascension Podcast YouTube, just the OGMFG TV YouTube, which had lectures from the minister and all of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's books, audiobooks.
We can't let none of these black messiahs rise.
No. So they shut that down. But thankfully, I've put all the Messenger's book back on the OGMFG Inc. INC YouTube page, so anyone listening can listen to all those books in totality. So or buy those books. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to close with that. I read Theology of Time. I came into the Mosque 27 on a Wednesday night. First two brothers I saw, brother Mike Shabazz, which is my lieutenant currently, and then brother Arthur.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, those are the first two. And I know, right?
Brother Arthur.
Yep. And I knew because everything before I went to the mosque, I was going to the mosque to make sure. Okay, it's like I know these books are true. Like I'm just gonna see if are y'all with this? You feel me? Because I came in like not militarized, but like I'm with Elijah Muhammad. This this is the truth. I want to see if y'all are like actually with this shit. So I came in not like on hater time, but just like, are y'all down to ride?
Yeah,
yeah, what's happening? Like just very curious and like what down to see. And I came in, saw Mike Shabazz. He was very FOI, and I was like, cool. Saw brother Arthur, and I just remember seeing this. He has black eyes, very black, like
and black hair,
black eyes, black hair. He's like God, like his eyes look like God, and I'm like, I remember seeing that, just being like black hair, black eyes, and being like, damn.
Brother Arthur looks exactly the same as he did when I was a child, and I was like 5 years old. It's just the same guy.
Yep, black hair, really black eyes, and I saw just honestly looking in brother Arthur's eyes, I was like, oh, this is it, and. It's at the last mosque, not the community center.
Okay.
So I remember there's a picture of the minister, and it says, it's about work. Heaven is not a place to rest; it's a starting point.
Yeah.
It was like on the like right when you walk in, it was on that door, and those are like Shabazz, brother Arthur, the minister in that quote, and I was like, I'm enjoying. Easy call, and. Back to what we're talking about, it was my point of no return. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm in. Like, because it's, what else am I going to do after learning that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it wasn't that the truth, like getting the truth of who I am, God, and then getting a very clear-cut mission to deliver the 30 million or more to the Lamb of God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and like his Christ.
You don't realize you're in a state of mental slavery until you see a pathway towards freedom.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, that was it.
You think this is it. This is what this is. This is it. And then you see this thing over here. And it's like, oh, that wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
This is it. And then you find out after they're learning, they ain't even reached it.
Yeah.
They're just talking about, now we can see it.
Now we can see the end zone.
Yeah.
It's way over there, but we could see it.
Yeah.
So if you see the end zone, why would you not try to score?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense not to score as a man or as a decent human being. It's like, you gotta, this is what it is.
Yeah.
We got a mission.
And it's so weird because it's like white people and Asian people and Mexican people online now, and they're all having the same conversation about seeing freedom now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's starting to see it. And that's where I was like, the point of no return for sure.
The point of no return. So you got the point of no return when you realize you rip the scales off your eyes and you see the truth for what it is, and you realize you got to go down this path because that's the path. That's the path of freedom. But then there's also the conceptual point of no return is when you've done so much wicked that there's no turning back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
The other side of you've been Satan so much that you're like, I can't come back from this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep on being. That's when you go from devil to Satan. It's like when you just be evil.
Or demon to devil.
Yeah. Demon to devil, devil to Satan. Demon to devil, devil to Satan?
I mean,
or devil to demon, demon to Satan. What do you think?
When I think about Satan, I think about like we got the creator on this side.
Yeah.
You got Satan is on the opposite end of that.
That's right.
And so I look at demons are people that have been traumatized and are just living in their trauma. Devils are people who have accepted their trauma as like reality, and they're now creating demons.
Okay, I can see that.
Satan is orchestrating all of it. Satan is a whole nother level.
Satan a whole other level, bro.
You know, Satan is just like even. I was thinking about this the other day. Even like Bibi Netanyahu, everybody wants.
Biebs.
Everybody wants to look at him as the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
I look at him as just like a slithering, slinking devil who is trying to save his ass, and like he's doing a bunch of stuff to try to save himself.
Yeah.
And to me, I get that from his perspective. Why wouldn't you try to save yourself after you've already gone down this road so far?
Yeah.
And sure, he's probably out there creating demons, but he ain't Satan. To me, Satan is just...
You don't think you're Satan?
Satan is all out just like I understand the full picture of this thing.
You don't think Netanyahu understands the full picture, bro?
I don't think Satan is out here living in fear. I think Satan is just like, let's go as hard and as far as we can. I do believe Netanyahu is a demon. I mean, he's a devil. I don't believe he's Satan.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, to me,
sure.
To me, if we see their faces, if we know who they are,
dirty.
Hold on, let me land.
I get where you're going.
If we see their faces, if we know who they are, they're being pimped by Satan.
Fair enough.
They're not. They're pulling some strings, but they got strings. Like,
that's true.
The amount of pressure that they're under, trying to save their life, is different than anything we can.
I feel you. He doesn't look like he's in fear. He just looks like Satan. He looks like, I know what I'm doing.
Because the moment he starts looking like he's in fear, his game is over. He gotta look like he's in control. That's part of what his role is. Like, even Trump gotta look like he's in control. He can't admit that he ever makes a mistake.
Bibi looks more in control than Trump does. Trump kind of, you see the little bit of frantic, like, look in his eyes from time to time. Bibi, you're just like, Bibi moves like he knows. He's like, I built the chessboard. I know all the pieces. I paid for all these pieces. Like, there's nothing you niggas can do.
I don't get that from Bibi.
Wait, you get fear?
I get like fake confidence. Oh no, we got this. We got it under control. Like a preacher. Like, it's not. To me, I don't feel like he's a real boss.
I'll tell you. I didn't say he was the most high Satan. I just said he was. I would put him in the Satan bucket.
so I put Satan as the most high. Like, what do we call that? If we don't have another name for that, Satan is high as you go on that level, or low as you go.
Okay, so we're getting technical now. We're talking about Satan being like the supreme being on.
Yes. So you see where
I get what you're saying now. Okay. I was viewing, to be honest, I was viewing Satan as a team of niggas that are evil.
I believe
I feel you.
I believe there's a team. Those are his devils.
Okay.
They can be satanic.
Yes.
But they are not Satan. I think Satan is a.
You think it's what? You think it's like the supreme Satan?
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
man. You think?
Why not?
They're probably.
If we have a supreme
I can see that.
being, why wouldn't we have the opposite? That's how balance is. That's how everything in this universe works. So you don't think there's a supreme being on the opposite side?
To be honest, I don't think that far. But I will say, when I saw not the last Pope, because I thought he was a good man, Pope Francis, not this current Pope, who actually looks like a good human being. The one before these two, which was Pope Palpatine. He looked like Palpatine.
Okay.
Pope. Oh man, you remember seeing him?
Maybe, I don't know.
I really want to say his name. It's like Voldemort. I don't want to say it.
But the most important thing.
My point is, that dude looked like he could be like he was like on the top Satan.
I know your human brain wants to be able to like say, oh, that's him. Like, that's what the mind wants to do.
Of course.
I've already accepted that if I can see him,
he's not.
That ain't him.
He's not the supreme.
No.
The supreme.
You don't get to see, bro. The most important thing about Palpatine, he had the hood on when he was.
That's true.
You know.
It's true. But he was supreme. He was the supreme Satan in that world.
Yeah, but you saw him. You saw him from behind the scenes because we're watching the movie. Everybody else didn't see him.
That's true. Well, they saw Prince, whatever.
They saw his minions. They saw the people that worked for him.
Well, I saw him when he was Senator. What's his name? Senator Palpatine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to you like this. If Palpatine is Satan,
okay,
Bibi Netanyahu, Donald Trump, or Darth Vader.
Fair enough. Okay, no, that's fair.
You know,
fair picture. I'll give you that.
So like he has to put out this big bad.
I feel you.
That's bigger and badder than anything you can think of to distract you from who he is.
I understand. Okay. If we're playing the game that there is this supreme Satan, I don't think Netanyahu is the supreme Satan.
Laughing at the idea of the supreme Satan is like laughing at the idea of Master Farrakhan. To me,
I feel it, but like it's just it's just funny.
I don't think this
Funny.
I don't think this universe works with disembodied gods, disembodied evils.
I feel you.
I think this is a physical universe, and to everything out there is a physical aspect.
I'll give you that.
So like if we're talking mental, physical, and spiritual, Satan can't just be the embodiment of all these people doing all these things. He has to be somebody.
No, I feel you, bro. You make a really good point.
Somebody that we won't touch, we can't get to. He's probably fucking, I don't know, a CEO of some company that's just,
maybe.
we never know.
We don't know.
We will never know.
Crazy, but we're just like some, it's just a random dude.
He's just a random dude. You can never know his name. There's no reason for him to be famous. Why would he ever want to be famous? Famous sucks.
It does. No, you don't want to be famous, bro. Oh, man. Okay. So the whole point of this is like we the point of no return goes to both sides of the spectrum of good and evil.
Oh yeah.
One side is Allah, the other side is Satan.
So yeah. To your point, right? Demons have the ability to come back. Mm-hmm. They haven't reached the point of no return. Devils have reached the point of no return.
Okay.
You know, demons, they have to pay for their sins, but it's a wage that they can afford.
I understand.
In their lifetime, they can make up for what they've done. Yeah. Once they start making more demons, they've reached the point where it's
hard coming back from that.
Because everything their demon that they made does is also attributed to them.
That's right.
Those sins multiply.
Mm-hmm.
And how you make up for something you didn't even do or know
That's right.
what happened.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, and let's walk through like the specific like mental mechanics that go when you're on the path towards devil. It's you
justified your wrong.
There we go. That's exactly where I was going. You do wrong, and then instead of like being like, okay, that was messed up, you justify.
Like not even getting to the point where it's messed up, right? You do wrong and don't know it's wrong. You do wrong and it's just you thought you was doing right. Like a stripper who grew up in a poor home.
Okay.
She's stripping because that's all she knows. Her mom kicked her out the house at 15, told her to go do that, and she did it.
Okay.
She's doing wrong, but she can make up for that.
Understand.
But once she becomes a pimp and she's teaching the next generation to do this, that's a different level.
It's a different level.
Because you've justified it. Like, this is what it is. This is, I saw how bad it was, how much I hated it, but it don't matter because this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a different level.
Yeah. And I don't think human beings aren't stupid. I do believe that even if you're
stupid human being.
Yes, but I do believe there's conscious in human beings, and even if you're doing wild and reckless stuff like the sister you were just talking about, right
from wrong has to be taught.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you.
It does.
I feel you.
You put somebody on an island and they'll come up with a whole system of culture that don't make sense to somebody somewhere else. Morality is an entirely different thing here than it is over here. And it's based on the cultural norms.
I feel you. And also we could just be very honest. Like there could be, just different types of people are more inclined to wickedness than others just based on who they are, So I feel you.
To give you a great example, right? In America, you talk to a black woman about polygamy, that's a sin. That is evil.
Evil, bro.
That is evil. There's
You're gonna get your head chopped off.
Yeah. You go over to a country where it's legal and it's normal.
Yeah, that's real.
And the women can describe to you why it's better.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
It's how you see things.
That's true.
But then there's a guideline for evil, right? God created this book and it teaches you the guidelines for evil because he understands the cost of everything that happens.
Yeah.
So I would argue that in the society that we live in right now, having multiple wives is evil because there's a cost to it that we can't afford to pay.
No.
But if you live in a society where it's normalized, it's not evil. It's not a sin. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And I think the reason why Minister Farrakhan says in the Nation of Islam we don't do that is because he understands the ramifications of trying to do that.
No.
As a regular person who's gone through all of these issues and trying to do that amongst other people who don't understand that.
No.
You know.
That is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it you know, there's a whole lot that goes along with that.
And it's also an opportunity to allow our lower selves to run rampant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we don't have a check on that. That's why we're in the nation, to get the check on our own inner Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the whole process of getting Satan back in check within self, so you could actually be a god. During this process, having multiple wives is not going to keep that Satan on check.
No, there's a lot of things you can do in life that can stagnate your growth.
Yeah.
And that's one of them at this station of time.
Absolutely. So now that we're talking about multiple wives, I do think it's worth saying, like, there's a reason why he says, no, we're not doing that. And it's mathematically and logically valid for him to say that.
Yeah. It's impractical right now.
Absolutely.
As much as, because I've heard the other arguments for it, as much as help that it could do, it would do more harm.
Huh?
And that's what we're all about. It's not about necessarily like us making these decisions for what works for us as individuals. It's about what works for us as a nation.
That's right. And also rising above emotions to the thinking of God, which means that we make mathematical decisions.
Yeah.
If it does more harm for us as a people than it does good, we're not going to do that.
True.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
You could become emotional and be like, oh, but the prophet did it, blah, blah, blah. The messenger had what? Blah, 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 blah. But do the math. Is normalizing this practice of behavior going to help us in the long term or hurt us more in the long term? As of right now, it's going to hurt us. Therefore, we're not going to do it. And the beautiful part about being in the Nation of Islam is that when there is a law, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Minister Farrakhan says, no multiple wives in the Nation of Islam. That's what it is.
Clears up all the confusion.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry. You don't like it? Go somewhere else.
Go over there where they
Go. And I'm sure that has happened, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
But in our house, we have our rules, and we all must abide by them. That's what makes our house proper, clean, and the precipice for the kingdom of heaven that is to come.
Indeed.
So, the cost of warfare, sir. So, I want to close with, close the point about the point of no return is the path of the point of no return on the Satan side is justification.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it starts. You start justifying your actions. Justify. Then you become a devil once you start getting others involved in your whole scheme of lies, chaos, and torture. They become demonic minions, and then now the devil ringling of these demons has a very hard hill to climb to come clean and get right with the Lord and the people he has wronged.
Yeah.
It's a very high hill to climb. Not impossible, but it's very difficult. So most people will choose crash out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go full devil. I'm going to destroy as much as possible because my demonic and devilish ways got thwarted. So I'm going to take as many out as possible with me. I'm saying this because I want to let people know that the pathway towards evil, like it's riddled with justification, and then agreement with your bullshit. And you find people that agree with your sin, and you create like a demonic agreement with those people, and you guys live in this silo of your own lies and bullshit.
A bubble they created.
that you created, and it makes you demonic. And then
But the road to hell,
it's
good intention.
exactly it. But all you're doing, you're just traipsing all your devils and your demons down to hell.
Yeah. And people get, in the final scheme of it all, there's going to be a lot of casualties.
Exactly. But the process of resurrection is you could rise again.
I mean,
and then God will be there waiting for you.
so long as you don't reach the point of no return.
Well, but I'm saying, even if like what I'm saying is, like, we're talking about the point of no return is evil or sinning.
We're talking about demons versus devils.
I understand.
So, like, yeah, there's a point that you can always return from. There's a point, at some point, you've gone too far.
I feel you. I feel you.
There's a point. Okay, let me put it like this.
Yeah.
There's a point in God's law where the only way to give you justice is to take your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You've done so much.
Yeah.
You've reached the point of no return.
Yeah, I feel you. And then that's where you're just you're counting your last days at that point.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But then even then, I will say it's up to, and then at that point, it's up to Allah. What happens? Will you get another chance? That's not our job.
No.
But I do believe, like that, what you're saying really is that road leads to death.
But I'm in no way saying that I am the judge of what the point of no return is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm saying that God is the only one who has that tally sheet.
Yes, absolutely.
So like,
well, he's the judge.
Yeah. He determines, okay, this person has reached the point of no return. And once he's made that determination, it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and technically, he doesn't even determine that. You determine it because he gave you free will.
Yeah.
So you've reached this place where it's like, now I'm out here creating devils. I understand fully what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep doing it. You've reached a place of no return.
Yeah.
You've signed yourself up to be a part of Satan's world.
Yeah. But I will say, the whole Christianity is big on, mercy and redemption. Like, even there is always a point at which one could just be like, you know what? I'm going to pay for my sins and I'm going to go to the Lord.
That's a part of the Christian lie.
Go on with that.
That's the reason why
Go on with that.
The priests are doing what they're doing to little children because they can always be absolved of their sins.
Yeah, and I feel you. No, I feel you.
If we live according to that,
yeah, that's real, bro.
That's some bullshit.
Ugh. Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's not reality.
Yeah. No, that's real. Oh man.
Once you've corrupted a child.
Yeah. I said that without. People do really bad things to children. That's not a. Oh man. Yeah, that's no light. Okay, that's Satan. Okay, bro. Now okay. It's not funny, but the reality of what is, like, people are now seeing that Satan.
That's not even Satan. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
bro.
Here's the thing.
Oh, we're getting nasty now.
I'm not going. We can fathom the depths of the devil. We cannot fathom the depths of Satan.
Yeah. You just reminded me with the talking about children. Yeah. Then now people are actually realizing, oh, they're pedophiles. But the pedophiles is like the beginning of Satan. You get what I'm saying?
Epstein was a devil. He's not Satan.
I feel you, bro.
Because Epstein, we can fathom. It's disgusting. We don't want to think about it, but we can fathom that. We can't fathom Satan.
Ooh, boy. Oh, God.
I don't see, like, right now what you're doing is you're trying to fathom it. Don't do that.
No, I'm not. I don't have to fathom it. All I have to do is just realize that, like,
it's unfathomable.
Pedophilia, it's very much, it's coming, like, I'll be very honest. Like, my cousin who was here this week in Rory is a teacher in the Bay Area, and she was telling me that she's starting to see, like, the trans conversation go to pedophilia, because she sees children being, like, manipulated into saying they're trans, and she's not like a Republican or anything. She's pretty, like, Democrat, like, black Democrat, and she's just like, why are we talking about children this young about sex?
Yeah.
You feel me? And, like, sexuality. It's weird. No, objectively. But the weirdo shit, bro.
That's what Rome was like.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's right.
2,000 years ago.
That's real.
This is not new.
No, you're right, bro.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like,
No,
by the
you're
time
right.
we got to Rome, it was a policy that every like important man had a husband or like a guy that he was in love with. He had a wife for procreation, and he had a little boy that he would train. And
Yeah.
that was normal.
Yeah, that's real, bro. But
And then when you see these movies, these old movies about Rome, like they go into these towns, they kill off all the men, they leave the women and old men stranded, and they capture all the young boys and take them with them.
yeah. Okay, this is nothing new.
No.
It's just like it feels like the Satan that runs this world is like just trying to, okay, let's bring it back. Okay, now we can kind of like normalize this again. Let's do it slowly.
Well, think about this.
Yeah.
Rome fell.
It sure did.
Sodom and Gomorrah fell.
Yeah.
God has been intervening for us for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
The time we're in now is the time of all of us saying, God, we got it.
Yeah.
And it's going to take all of us to be disappointed enough, because only dissatisfaction brings about change.
True.
And so it's not just a localized problem in this small part of the world. This problem has reverberated all over the planet now.
Mm-hmm.
This problem is big enough that all of us have to handle it.
Yeah.
And so we're in the last days, because it's like we're reaching, not even necessarily the depths of Satan, but we're reaching the point that's our breaking point.
Yeah.
We're reaching our point of no return. We're like, I've had enough.
I've had enough.
Shit.
No, I've had enough. Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet, obviously, because when we get there, we will change.
That's right.
I think that we're at the point right now where people are like, and the point of no return statement, people are just feeling like all hope is lost.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand that they're the change they want to be.
That's right.
They don't understand that they have the power to make those changes in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that when all of us make those changes, this thing stops.
That's right.
So like it's a beautiful thing if you kind of already knew it and saw it coming.
Yeah.
I feel for the people who didn't and don't.
Yeah.
To me it's sweet and sour. I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm trying not to skip in your face.
Yeah. And just societally, I think people are seeing just the reality. Gas prices, war they can't control, and food getting expensive, jobs not being the way they are. Like,
and we already knew all of this was coming.
Absolutely. And it's here, and it's hot.
And it's getting worse.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's very bad, very expensive. So
this is just the simmer. It ain't start boiling yet, and it's going to boil over.
It's very real. So, I think, we're speaking about, point of no return being on, the God side and knowing the truth, and then Satan's side, justification to evil. And then now we're talking about the point of no return as far as it comes to acceptance of a society that's on its way out.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I'm asking ourselves is, at which point, I guess, what percentage of people does it take to reach that point of no return to where people are just going to be like, oh no, let's do something different?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't think that number exists in our minds. I think it's just when the general consensus is like, we can survive, humanity can survive without X amount of people.
Yeah.
Those people are just going to die.
I feel you.
It's like we got to reach a number where it can maintain itself after the fact.
Yeah. And also, peep this, like, a lot of people are just married and wedded to the system as it is. Mm-hmm. Even though they don't like it and it's hard, they're like, that's all they know. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed this phenomenon with, the Fauci thing's coming out because he pleaded the fifth. I think it was last week. Mm-hmm. And so people are taking that as like, oh, well, clearly he's guilty. Now the people who said don't take the vaccine are just like, oh, we told you so. But it's not like the people on the other side are convinced. You get what I'm saying?
No.
So it's not like because that happened, people who took the vaccine are like, oh, what have we done? No, they still think they're right.
A smoking gun doesn't mean that somebody got shot.
No, not at all. They're really just they're viewing Fauci as like a hero. It's like, yeah, you should plead the fifth. You were right the whole time.
You're being railroaded.
Exactly. So like, my point is, those people have not reached the point of no return. They're still justifying the system. They're justifying Fauci, justifying whatever. And it's, to be honest, it's not that hard of a justification from their vantage point. It's like, oh, well, he was just doing the best he can. He was the nation's highest whatever doctor.
So earlier when you said
so many people died from COVID and we had to vaccinate, and because we vaccinated, more people didn't die. You get what I'm saying?
You said people aren't dumb earlier.
Oh man,
we got Google Earth.
God.
We got Google Earth and maps, and you still got people with a white Jesus.
Very true. Yeah. I did say, okay, I take that back. People are pretty fucking dumb.
I'm just, not all people, but it's a lot of dumb people.
There's a lot of dumb people, and willfully ignorant. And then I'm getting a picture of is it a camel that buries his head in the sand? That's a camel, right? Because the animal, I don't think horses do that. Camels bury their head in the sand.
I've heard that saying before.
But I'm getting an image of a camel just being tall, having the ability. You're pretty big. You could just, lift your head up and see light, but you're willingly choosing to keep your head in the sand. I still think.
Yeah, probably sandstorms or something like that. Going through the desert when it's a sandstorm.
Maybe. Yeah. So maybe I getting that image, thinking about these people, is that like, oh, you're just, at this point, you're doing a lot of energy to keep your head in the sand and just continue to be.
Well, it's safer.
Exactly. And it's safer to be in agreement with what is. You don't have to do anything besides what you're doing, which is
I'm not going to
running around working.
I'm not going to name no names, but I've been having this conversation with this person for years about going forward, jobs won't work.
I feel you.
You got to figure out something that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
And start figuring out how to build that thing into something that will work.
That's right.
Because if you want to be able to survive in this next iteration of time of whatever is going to happen, all jobs are going to be obsolete.
That's right.
Working for someone else is going to be a thing of the past.
I feel that energy right now. Like, I feel that right now. I feel that's where that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, between AI and robots, why do you need a person to work for you?
Mm-hmm. That's real.
They're going to do everything.
They're doing a lot of work right now. Yeah.
They don't need an HR department.
Accounting, HR, coding, like, bro, it's so much that they're doing, and doing it well and doing it
efficiently.
Like that.
Bro, they got nail technicians that are robots.
Wow.
They have cars that are robots. They're coming up with trucks that are robots. They got massage therapy machines that are robots.
Wow.
They've had the chairs for a while.
Uh-huh.
They
I didn't even know that.
I mean, yeah, like it's a thing.
And like, what hasn't been built is the infrastructure for like for all the people that don't have those jobs anymore. Like, they're taking SNAP away. There's no plan for
There's no plan. So come up with a plan for yourself before it's too late.
Exactly. And then that's where one must take one's head out of the sand to survive.
Or suffer the consequences.
Exactly.
Very real consequences.
And one thing, what we have been doing is promoting very high survival activity and just showing, regardless of how you feel about our viewpoints, you see that we're providing a very high survival service, which is food. We're feeding people. Like we're distributing food.
I think about it like
cooking
this.
Food.
If everyone started growing some kind of food, everyone still has to eat.
That's right.
So everyone still has something that adds value to the system.
That's right.
So at the very least, you can start growing your own food.
Absolutely.
Because there's no limitation on how much people need to eat, because we eat every day.
That's right.
Uh-huh. Like, even if we even started fasting, even if we started doing 1 meal a day, everybody still has to eat at some point.
Yeah.
So food is not a wasted time and energy. Like, even if robots start helping us grow food, you can still grow food and make money with that food that you're growing.
Absolutely. And what just came to my head when you were talking is like your other quote, which you said, the only thing guaranteed in life is work. So work is something that you do that is productive. Mm-hmm. There is nothing more productive than growing your own food.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So, and I got another image of, there's like applying for jobs, like it's just like a lottery, because there's so many people who are just, okay, well, I'll apply.
Yeah, and everybody's applying for everything.
Yeah. because they could use AI to just apply for a million jobs. So it's like you're rolling the dice.
Yeah.
The only thing guaranteed is work you could do with your hands. You could grow your own food. You could sell your own food. So I think the takeaway is, if you're not thinking of how you're going to survive in this new age, then perhaps you could reconsider and start thinking about what do you need to do to survive and what's happening and what's coming.
Yeah.
Because
learn a craft that allows you to build something.
Absolutely.
Allows you to grow something, allows you to create something.
That's right. And we'll speak to our people, because specifically we're still up. This is still the Roman Empire. This is like Rome 2, 3.0, whatever, with AI. Romans are going to take care of Romans first.
For sure.
Period. And then white people have shown you that is like,
I think that's what the influencer is.
That's what it is. It's like
they allow certain influencers who promote and put and propagate Rome to become successful, and they justify what they're doing by giving them money.
That's right.
And the ones who don't promote Rome, the ones who want to tear down Rome, they're not an influencer. They're nobody.
They're nobody.
You know?
I mean, and they don't get resources.
No.
So the point is that you can't expect, if Rome is struggling to take care of its own Romans, who are you? Who are you expecting Roman to get treated like a Roman when you're clearly not? And they've always shown, no, black people are not Romans.
I mean, they allow a couple of us to be Romans. Like the Officer Tates and the Candace Owens. They keep a couple of us in the Roman pocket.
Yeah.
To let the other ones think that there's a possibility.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Barely enough. And then they parade those around. It's like, oh, we could be them too.
Do it this way.
Yeah.
And we'll let you do this.
Exactly. So I'm just saying all this is like a clarion call to all those that, like, it's real.
Yeah.
And you've got to start doing for self.
I think about the prison that Andrew Tate and Candace Owens have put themselves in. And I often wonder, like, do they understand that they've put themselves in prison? Or are they still...
Right now, no.
You think they're not? They're just oblivious?
Yes, because they're benefiting from their celebrity in Rome.
Yeah, but even that...
And profiting from it.
But we know from so many celebrities that that's a front that they put on for the cameras. Well, a lot of them, behind the scenes are miserable.
Okay. Well, that's not what you asked.
No, but I'm saying behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Do they go back and cry to themselves about the prison they put themselves in? They're not just in the world; they're invested in that world.
Yeah. We'll have to get them on the podcast and ask them, sir.
Said I often ponder. I don't think we won't get to the understanding of that until they crash out. If they crash out.
Or they just die a pseudo-Roman, Yeah.
That's a possibility.
I think that's the most likely possibility. Is, okay, you serve Rome well, and we're going to you married a white girl, both of them married white people.
I don't think that's the most... I feel like that close to the sun, you get burned.
What sun are we talking about?
They're in that world so much, eventually they get burned. I feel like the Tiger Woods was only Tiger Woods while he was Tiger Woods. Then he got burned. I feel like that's the way that works. The O.J. Simpson was O.J. Simpson till he wasn't O.J. Simpson and he got burned.
Well, but Tiger Woods is he's burning himself by literally, just being an alcoholic and literally crashing out.
My point.
He's a crash out. He's a literal crash out.
I don't feel like there's
repeated crash out.
I don't feel like that lifestyle leads to happily ever after.
No, there we go. I'll give you that.
You don't get to grow old and die having always been a coon and lived your whole life.
There's no happy ending with coonery, bro.
No,
there's none.
No, it's a burst of energy and then a burn.
Yeah. And I don't really think you're truly happy. They don't seem to be happy to me. They seem to be borderline aggravated at the underneath the surface, just aggravated and unpeaceful.
That's what I wonder. Is that their reality? I don't know.
That's true.
There's a point in it that it's still happy and still fun, and so you're still doing it.
I feel it.
I don't know what point they're at.
Okay. they're not. They don't have the same countenance and peace that I see in Muslims. I'll give that.
Oh, no. You don't get that anywhere else.
Exactly.
That's only from them.
So that's what I see. I don't see peace. I see. Well, I think when you're a Roman, Romans don't have peace. That's not their society. They're hectic.
Thrive in chaos.
Hectic. I gotta be the best. I gotta buy stuff. I gotta get money. I gotta.
Every Roman movie,
that's the curse.
Every Roman movie, everybody just wants to get home.
Yeah.
All of them. It's constant war, constant battle, because you gotta keep Rome.
Yeah.
That's what Rome does. You gotta keep roaming.
That's right. That's real. No, Rome.
You know?
You're never still and you're never at peace.
You don't get that.
You don't.
That's not a part of that deal.
And that's to be 100% truthful and transparent. Is like, it's not in their nature.
No.
They weren't created to be. They were created to rule for a certain period of time. Chaos and hastiness is literally in their DNA.
Colonizers got to colonize, bro.
That's right. They're never satisfied. Always want more. Oh, now we got to colonize Mars. We got to always.
Yeah.
You don't get this. There's no peace with those people.
No.
And so if you're hitching your wagons to the Roman Empire, you can't expect to have peace.
True.
If you hitch your wagons to Islam, you can get peace. Now you're going to have to, it's going to be uphill battle for resources and power and land and etc. But at the base of it, you get peace.
Yeah. I mean, at least we understand that there's a goal for peace.
Exactly.
You know, freedom, justice, equality, which equal peace.
That's right.
Is the goal.
Exactly. And on our side, we've got a game. We've got a daunting game, but we got a game. We got obstacles. We got barriers.
And to the degree
we got an end zone.
To the degree that we understand the game and we understand the rules, we can find peace every day.
Exactly.
We don't have to wait until we've reached the ultimate peace to be at peace.
Only thing it takes to require, like, it's just, you have to just, your viewpoint is just understanding the truth, understanding that it is a game. So your best strategy in playing a game is have fun.
Yeah.
Don't take this shit too seriously.
Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal. Definitely don't take it personal. Anytime, what I'm learning is, why take anything that serious? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what seriousness does, it makes you rigid. You know, like, it makes you like solidified with your environment, so you can't really move. Oh, I'm so mad. You can't believe they did this, and I already took it. And
it stifles creativity.
100%. So, be like water. That's not Sun Tzu. That's another Tao Te Ching. I can't remember who said that, but you got to be water. You got to be able to flow. Flow, and then okay, this is where we're going now.
Bruce Lee said that.
I'm sure more than
whoever
one.
he got it from.
It was an Asian man for sure.
The first person I had said it was Bruce.
You know what? Let's find out. Let's actually want to get if there's like can this be attributed to one? Be like water is a famous philosophical teaching from martial artist and actor Bruce Lee. Oh, hey, that's your boy. He got bars.
Be like water.
Be like water making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around it or through it. Facts, bro. Be like water. And with water, like water is flowy. Water is smooth.
But it's unyielding.
That's right.
It's relentless.
It's unstoppable, and over time it changes, it corrodes.
It cracks through, it breaks.
Exactly.
Water's power.
Exactly. And you got to think, we'll take be like water and also our unity is more stronger than an atomic bomb. So if together as a unified body of believers or business people, we are unified and be like water, then over time, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're just gonna flow around the obstacle and eventually shape the obstacle to our will.
Yeah.
Now, what does that require? Patience.
It does.
Being like water requires patience, but the thing about waves and the tide, it's relentless. It's always there. You can't get rid of water. You can't. If you boil it, it goes in the air and it comes back down on you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm thinking more be like water in the sense that it transmutes, but it doesn't go anywhere. It just changes its form.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's powerful. Right?
And if you got to be frozen for a little, okay, cool. We're just gonna be frozen. We're still here though. We're gonna be an iceberg.
Until we're a glass of water.
Yeah. And I'm glad we're having this conversation now that I'm actually realizing just how healing water is, because I go to the beach every week, and I really only taken up surfing to that's my excuse to get into the water. And I'm started like going to my children to like the public pools and swimming, and I'm like, oh wow, this feels really good. It's therapeutic. No, it's very, very, very much healing, and it's I'm not gonna say it's foreign to black people, but like I'm not gonna call us a water-based people. At least not. Well, I'm sure in the islands they're in the water a lot, but definitely in the Americas, not really.
No.
Yeah.
The majority, no.
Yeah, no. So,
landlocked.
We're land animals. We play land sports, football. We run. We don't. Some of us swim, but it's very few, and it's like it's not a cultural thing, where water sports or anything. So, my point is, I'm learning these art forms and these techniques to adapt to this environment and to apply into our business and to apply into how we got to navigate through space and time right now. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Be like water. Yeah. Go with the flow. But be there.
I mean, and we're embarking on something that neither one of us have ever done before.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a certain amount of anxiety that's supposed to come with that. But the fact that we can do it and manage and be like water still.
Yeah.
It's like not only are we learning something, but we're also teaching something to ourselves.
That's right.
And creating a blueprint so that other people can understand it in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think being like water is most advantageous when in times of uncertainty. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like with water, it moves to whatever happens in its environment. And sometimes you have to be just, okay, well, we're uncertain. So something in your environment is going to affect our next move. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at that point, that causal shift will move the body of water to do its thing and start creating some motion, as we're seeing.
But the water is never nervous.
It's never nervous, bro. Water doesn't have feelings.
Yeah.
It just goes with the flow and it moves accordingly. So what we're starting to get good at is just like, okay, well, we may not know exactly what to do at this point in time, but we'll just be patient and then allow law to just put the force and the motion into the universe, and we will respond accordingly and not fight it.
We take one step towards Allah and be patient as he takes 2 steps towards us.
Exactly. And then he takes 2 steps, and then he creates that ripple, and that ripple becomes a wave, and like, oh, now we got some motion. Yeah. Motion in the ocean. Right?
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
It's very beautiful. And it's talking about it is, I'm saying this and I'm repeating it so I could just, me getting in these moments, I can remind myself, oh yeah, I remember what we said. Yeah, just go get be water. We're good. Yeah. Don't try to, what Romans do is always try to do something. I gotta stop. I gotta. Yeah. That's not peace. That's not the way. That's not Islam. That's not really how water is supposed to be. That's not water. So
I spent my entire 30s doing that.
I think I've just stopped doing that kind of. Real talk.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting better at not trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 20s, early 30s was gotta do it. And it don't work out.
It don't.
It just stresses me out for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of half-cocked, half-assed plans.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think them through. I wasn't patient.
Yeah.
It's not a beautiful thing. Being patient is a beautiful thing.
It is.
Because whether it works out or not, that's what it was supposed to do.
That's right.
And most of the time it works out when you're patient.
That's right. So we have to, you said that this 20s and 30s are for, really just like getting out your actions, doing. Mm-hmm. Like your,
I think it's like you got to get a couple mistakes under your belt.
Yeah, you got to get your mistakes. You got to get your doingness under your belt. Like just, how do I know what not to do if I don't do it? Yeah. So you just do a whole bunch of shit, and then you start figuring out, okay, let me just focus on doing this.
30s are like the adult version of the terrible twos.
30s?
Yeah. I think it's like terrible twos is when you're first getting like your own autonomy, your own like understanding of the world and the way things are. But you're like, what happens if I pull this leaf off? Like, you know,
Yeah.
and then the plant dies and you're like, dang, but you didn't even think about it. You just pulled the leaf off and now you're off doing something else. Like terrible twos is like, you're just exploring the world and trying out all these things. I think 30s is when you get to a point where you like, you got enough autonomy in the world, enough sure footing where you can like walk around and figure stuff out, but you don't have enough like understanding of the consequences of those actions. So that comes with time, like doing things, and over time you get understanding.
Yeah.
I think that's what 30s is supposed to be about.
That's real. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. While you were saying that, I got the image of, you know, us being water and like children splashing in the pool. Like, right? It's like, we gotta let them splash.
Let them have fun.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, especially if you're in your 20s. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta splash, bro. You gotta splash. You gotta jump with a diving board. You feel me? You gotta run across the banks. The lifeguards are gonna tell you to stop running, and you're gonna try to do that little that really fast walk just to like
ignore him because you still got to get to where you got to.
You're so good.
Because there's only a little bit of time for the pool. I'm only gonna want to get with you.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's just like that fast walk. I was like, okay, he told me not to run, but I'm still rushing to the next thing. But that's the beauty of like being children. Children are gonna run around and do wild shit. Like you got to let them. You just don't kill anybody. Yeah, and that's our job as adults. Is like allow the young the YNs to be YNs, and it's like, okay, no, don't kill nobody.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you kill nobody.
You can't go too far.
Yeah. You're not gonna burn us all down.
No.
But we will allow you the space to be who you are and move how you desire. But there are boundaries, and I do think that's what maturity is being strong enough to set those boundaries and enforce those boundaries and make sure that the game doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah.
So
the game doesn't end.
You know. And they're not going to necessarily like us for that.
No.
They're going to call us whatever, tyrants, mean,
dictators,
evil, racist, whatever, anything. But we got to enforce the law, especially as Muslims. Like, Islam is the law.
Yeah.
So, what I'm getting from this is just a more of a calling to be that. You know, to have understanding for the rambunctious adolescence of your teens and 20s and early 30s, and allowing it to be. You know.
Yeah.
But also,
it's a very, very deep lesson. It's a very difficult lesson.
Yeah.
But it is like that's the only way that the child grows. That's the only way that they reach maturity.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's the goal, right? It's like the next generation got to come up.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's death.
Absolutely. And I've been reading "Closing the Gap," which is Brother Jabil interviewing the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, and the minister talks about, you know, there's wood and there's sandpaper, and at the end of the day, you want to be the wood that's getting sanded, right?
Yeah. Because
the sandpaper, it loses its friction. You throw it away.
Yeah.
So you got to view any opposition, or we'll just talk about maybe this, you know, the rambunctious teenagers are like the sandpaper to the older generation. It's like, yeah, they're gonna grind at you. That's their job. But what comes with the patience of dealing with it? You know?
Yeah.
You get refined, and you get better.
Yeah,
right.
That works both ways, because sometimes we're the sandpaper.
That's true, but I think, you know, just for our, I'm getting the image of, you know, the sandpaper. You know, it gets its doingness off on like the mature people, and then it realizes, okay, it's all gone. I'll just get another. I'll get another piece of sandpaper, or evolve to another sandpaper.
I guess the lesson here is you can't always be sandpaper.
Yeah, that's right.
You know. Like, be the sandpaper when it's necessary, and then when the sandpaper is not necessary, don't be the sandpaper.
Yeah. Or you have a choice at that point. Do you want to be a block that gets the refining process, or do you want to keep being sandpaper? They both have a purpose.
Yeah.
right? Because there would be no refinement without sandpaper.
So long as they don't outlive their usefulness.
That's right. That's right. So the minister was talking about is just viewing, the sandpaper as necessary. And we should accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In FOI class tonight, it was, we watched a video with Brother Mustafa, Supreme Captain Mustafa, and he was just giving game. And now is the time, essentially, he was saying, it's like, you got to lock in. Khadijah passed, departure of the minister could be imminent. So who are we when he leaves? Essentially what he was saying. Because if he's the standard, and if we don't drink in his attributes now, who are we going to be when he departs?
Yeah. No, yeah.
So that really, it resonated with me. And so when he said lock in, I took that as, let's lock in on the minister while we have him. And learn, let's go through his trials, learn all of the lessons that he learned. And I'm like, that's what Closing the Gap is. He talks about, this is what I went through. This is how I view it. It's an amazing book.
You gotta read that.
You gotta read Closing the Gap, bro. I don't think it's an audio book yet, but no, Closing the Gap is game changing because it's just his mindset. So when Master Farah Muhammad departed or left, Elijah Muhammad became one with him. When Elijah Muhammad departed, Minister Farrakhan became one with him. When the minister leaves, it is our duty. We all got to become Minister Farrakhan for us to have a nation of Islam and to usher in the kingdom of heaven. So what I'm getting right now is...
That's what his purpose was. That's what he came for.
Exactly. It's time to lock in. It's time to lock in. And another thing that he said that really resonated was like, just don't think you're better than, like, out of all the human beings that existed, Allah chose those three men, or Allah came as a man and then chose those two men to be him. Out of all the people, he chose them, and they made themselves fit for the task at hand, the hardest job in the universe. So don't get to thinking that you're that, because if you were that, that would be you right now. So don't think that you're that. Try to be that.
Yeah.
Strive to be that. That is the game.
Seek
That's the goal.
perfection eternally.
That's right.
Don't ever think that you've arrived at perfection.
No. Because if you arrived, you would be in that spot. And those people in that spot also got someone else to keep going for. And then Allah, a person, he's always trying to perfect himself. It's like this game doesn't stop.
There's nobody better suited to tell you that they're not perfect than the person that you're looking up to.
That's right.
So even what all of what we aspire or we espouse to them, they'll tell you
that's
they're
right.
not perfect, because they understand perfection is unattainable.
That's right.
It's a goal to reach for and continue reaching.
That's right. And Allah is reaching that with us.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm getting is from, the be like water, the sandpaper, the lock in from Brother Mustafa is this is the process. And we're still relatively early in this process.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah, like we haven't even, maybe we're at the point where the minister has to rebuild the nation. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like where the real work starts. I'm kind of getting like, okay, we're approaching that point where we have to like, oh, now we got to rebuild the nation.
Well, the nation,
scary.
When the nation starts to reach its potential.
Yeah.
Because right now we're not even really laying the foundation yet. We're just like, well, I guess that's the foundation. We're digging up the dirt and giving us a surface to work with.
Yeah.
And then pouring the foundation starts once we're strong enough and have, amassed all of the things that we need to build the building,
Yeah.
all the tools, all the cement, all the
That's right.
The materials. That's when you start on the building.
That's right.
You don't start on it without having all of that, because you never know where you're going to get to.
That's right.
You may never actually complete the building if you don't have what you need.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And it's funny, what were we watching before this podcast? We were watching Oasis talking about building foundations for something that they're now just getting into.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
9 years.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Man. So that's the journey. Mm-hmm. But look at, in this time frame, look all that has happened.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. Children, businesses, expansion, farms, distribution, store, San Diego. A lot has happened, bro.
No, absolutely.
And it's like, it's not even, it's just the bottom level, not even built. The bottom level's not even built yet. It's just, we're starting to like draw the blueprints for what it's going to be set upon.
Yeah.
So we see our life's work, and I had this dream where a while ago, it was like the minister driving a van and all of us, all like the FOI were in the van, like little boys. And he just opened up the door and he's like, go. Wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Just run. I got you.
I mean, I keep saying this, but I'm like, my favorite pastime is planning the next 500 years of my life.
There we go.
Understanding that that's how long it's going to take to get all of my visions complete, but like enjoying the process.
Yeah.
And if Allah decides to take me out before then, okay, all praises to Allah. I had fun.
Yeah.
Because I was enjoying the process.
That's right.
The whole time, all the way through.
That's right. And if you think with that sort of timeline, it forced you to be patient.
Yeah. That's one of the major benefits of thinking with that 5
minutes. And that's given me a tool.
I got time.
And what I think is happening to me is I'm running out of like literally running out of like the Roman tendencies in my own mind that just wants everything right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, because this podcast started with me breaking my ankle, or not, straining my ankle and having to stop, forcing in the chiropractor, acupuncture. Now it's nothing but, now I have to stop. Now I'm forced to be patient, and now I'm like, being patient is natural with me now. Now I'm like, okay.
There's also a place in there where we still do have to do the work.
Absolutely.
Patience is great, when there is no work to be done.
Yeah.
We do got to also do the work.
That's right.
And that's the part, finding that balance and finding that's a great part of this lesson.
Yeah. And then finding the right work to do.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's got to be beneficial.
Yeah. It's got to be mathematical. Yeah. It's got to make sense.
It's got to not just benefit the you now, but also the you in the future.
That's right. Yeah. Because one thing that now that I'm aware of like the tendency of just doing stuff to do stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm not just doing stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But work is still required.
Yeah.
We can be patient, but work is still required. So now I think we use our own internal God discernment to determine, okay, this is how we work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's work like this. And then as we've concluded that, let's create that system to where all of our work makes sense and it's systematic. Yeah. So that way it's less guessing. It's like, oh no, this is the system.
And when we decide to duplicate the process, we already have the system laid out.
Build a system. So I think all of our work right now it's okay, we're actually building the system that can't be duplicated. Mm-hmm. That's the work. So, and that's where all of our creative use are going, and we're feeling the energy of support coming in for that. But that is,
and part of that process is understanding all the things that you don't want, all the things that don't serve you.
That's right.
And then, that leads to building a system that is actually efficient.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're building systems without knowledge, without wisdom and understanding.
You're building chaos. You're building a spiral. Just a spiral of, we talked about this, it's just like, okay, nothing's really just, a spiral ends up pushing things downward, like the thing that gives a whirlpool. Yeah. It forces things downward. We don't want that. We want things that uplift ourselves so we can then uplift our people. Yeah. So that takes time and attention, but I do think Allah is like putting it on our hearts to having the work that we're doing now be systems and foundation. Build the foundational systems for the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, I mean, when I first came in here, I had this vision of the way I wanted things to go, and I implemented systems that I learned from dipping chicken.
Yeah.
And not to say that they don't work, but if the people involved don't submit to the systems, you got to find a system that works for everybody.
That's right.
And so, like, I had to quickly realize, I'm not the only one here. Got to be a little bit humble and a little bit patient.
Yeah.
And find out what this new thing needs.
That's right.
Systems it needs.
That's right.
And so, yeah, it was humbling, but I don't have
It's
a problem.
humbling. Yeah. And it's forcing all of us to step up our game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And to rise above emotions into the thinking of God.
Rising above emotions into the thinking of God is one of the hardest things.
Exactly. But
especially when you're a passionate person.
It is. But then also when you do that, you're able to see the vantage point and see no matter, regardless of how people feel or what's going on, beautiful work is being done.
Yeah.
And people are being fed and people are seeing what we're doing and eating better and living healthier lives and don't get it twisted. Every time they come in, they see Final Call newspaper, bro.
Yeah.
So it's,
and or the message to the black man.
That's right.
How do you to live? The books are there.
The books are there, bro. So it's, they're associating what they're seeing with the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our job just to make sure that the blueprint and the message that inspired it all is not forgotten, and it is part of the DNA, and it is.
Mm-hmm.
Our flag has been planted, and it's not going anywhere.
Indeed. Yeah.
You ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm feeling it.
All right.
It's so weird. Like, we do the podcast, and my energy be like way up here. Then I just get to a point where it's like, you said everything you needed to say.
Yeah. No. I feel it, bro. Yeah. We did. So now it's time to close it up.
And I don't even know what all I said. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it just to figure that part out.
Yes, you will. Prayer time. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Oh Allah, thank you for this conversation. Give us the energy to do the work that you desire us to do. Give us the power to stay humble and not be led by ego, and to stay in the process of becoming one with you through all the trials, through all the sandpapering, through all the friction. Give us the power to be water when appropriate, and to take on the form that's going to allow us to serve you the best. We love and serve you alone. Amin.
Amin.